The risks of traveling after 70. What you need to know. Have you ever wondered if traveling after the age of 70 is still a good idea? While visiting new places and experiencing different cultures may seem exciting, there are certain risks that many seniors overlook until they face them head-on. As we get older, our bodies and minds go through changes that can make travel more challenging, exhausting, and even dangerous. For many, the assumption is that they can still travel as they did in their younger years. However, the reality is different. After 70, traveling presents unique obstacles that can turn a dream vacation into a stressful, even life-threatening ordeal. In this video, we'll explore 5 important reasons why traveling after 70 can be risky. From health emergencies to hidden financial traps, we'll help you understand the challenges that seniors face while traveling. By the end, you'll have a better understanding of why travel at this stage in life requires extra care, and what you can do to ensure your safety if you still choose to go on that trip. Let's begin with the first reason. One of the most significant concerns when traveling after 70 is the increased risk of health issues. As we age, our bodies become less predictable, and conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, and respiratory problems can flare up unexpectedly. While at home, it's easy to get medical help when needed, but when traveling, especially to unfamiliar places or foreign countries, it's much harder to access the right medical care. What may seem like a minor health issue can quickly turn into a serious or even life-threatening emergency when you're far from your regular doctor. Long flights, for example, increase the risk of blood clots, particularly for those with pre-existing health conditions. High altitudes can be challenging on the heart and lungs, and something as simple as dehydration or heat exhaustion can be more severe in unfamiliar climates. Seniors are also more susceptible to infections. Traveling to new locations exposes you to different bacteria and viruses, making it easier to catch something you aren't used to. Let's consider James's story, a 74-year-old man who planned a relaxing 2-week cruise with his wife. On the 4th day, he began experiencing severe chest pain. The ship's medical staff provided basic care, but James needed hospital treatment quickly. Since they were in the middle of the ocean, he had to wait for an emergency evacuation to the nearest port, delaying the care he needed. Thankfully, he survived, but his once ideal vacation turned into a terrifying ordeal. It's essential to remember that standard health insurance often doesn't cover medical expenses abroad, so seniors could face out-of-pocket costs if they fall ill or get injured while traveling. The cost of medical treatment can skyrocket in foreign countries, and without the right travel insurance, it could drain your savings. If you're over 70 and thinking of traveling, it's important to consult your doctor before making any plans. Get a health checkup, discuss potential risks, and ensure you have all the necessary medications with you. Research the healthcare system in your destination, and make sure you have comprehensive travel insurance that covers emergencies, including hospital stays and evacuations. Being prepared can make a world of difference in keeping your trip smooth and safe. As we continue exploring the risks of traveling after 70, the next challenge seniors often face is the increased exposure to infections and contaminants. For older adults, a seemingly harmless trip can expose them to new bacteria, viruses, and foodborne illnesses that can lead to serious health complications. Crowded airports, packed airplanes, public transportation, and unfamiliar restaurants are breeding grounds for germs. While younger travelers may experience a mild cold or stomach bug as a minor inconvenience, for seniors, these infections can lead to severe complications, hospitalizations, or even long-term health setbacks. The truth is, as we age, our immune systems weaken, making it harder to recover from infections. Respiratory illnesses such as the flu or pneumonia pose a greater risk to older adults. especially when exposed to new strains of viruses in different parts of the world. Airplanes and airports, in particular, are notorious for being germ hotspots. Passengers sit close to each other, breathing in recycled air for hours at a time. People from all over the world pass through airports every day, meaning you may encounter viruses your body hasn't been exposed to before. This increases the chance of getting sick. Another concern is food and water safety. Many travelers look forward to trying new foods in different countries, but for seniors, unfamiliar ingredients, spices, and cooking methods can lead to digestive issues. Foodborne illnesses like norovirus, E. coli, and salmonella can have a more significant impact on older adults, often causing prolonged illness, dehydration, and a weakened immune system. While locals may be accustomed to certain bacteria in their water supply, travelers are often more vulnerable. Something as simple as drinking tap water or eating a salad washed in local water can lead to serious stomach infections. Even places that appear clean, such as hotel rooms, public restrooms, and rental cars, may be contaminated with germs. Many surfaces like doorknobs, tray tables, and seatbelts are rarely disinfected as thoroughly as we assume. Seniors who use mobility aids like canes or walkers are at even greater risk as they frequently touch public surfaces for support. If travel is unavoidable, seniors should take extra precautions. Wearing a mask in crowded areas, washing hands frequently, and carrying hand sanitizer can help reduce the risk of picking up harmful germs. Only drink bottled or filtered water and avoid raw foods in unfamiliar places. Stick to well-cooked meals and consider getting recommended vaccines for any illnesses common to your travel destination. Carrying essential medications for stomach issues or respiratory infections can be crucial for staying healthy on the road. Even with these precautions, travel fatigue and recovery challenges are another major risk for seniors. The physical toll of traveling, long flights, early check-ins, long waits, and unpredictable schedules can leave you feeling more exhausted than you might expect. What once felt like a fun adventure can quickly turn into a physically draining experience that is difficult to recover from. Unlike in younger years, where a good night's rest could recharge the body, seniors often find that fatigue lingers for days, if not weeks, after a trip. When your body is tired, it affects your immune system, coordination, and mental sharpness. This increases the risk of illness, injury, and even accidents. One of the biggest issues seniors face while traveling is disrupted sleep. Sleeping in an unfamiliar bed, adjusting to different time zones, and dealing with noisy hotels or flights can prevent seniors from getting a proper rest. Sleep deprivation doesn't just leave you feeling tired. It weakens your immune system, reduces mental clarity, and even increases the risk of heart problems. Research has shown that seniors who travel across multiple time zones often experience jet lag for much longer than younger travelers, which can take a physical and emotional toll. To combat travel fatigue, seniors should plan for plenty of rest days during their trips. Avoid overloading your schedule with back-to-back activities and ensure you stay hydrated. Taking shorter flights with layovers to stretch your legs and allowing more time for breaks can help reduce exhaustion. Packing nutritious snacks and taking time for naps can also make a significant difference. Most importantly, it's essential to recognize your personal limits and adjust travel plans accordingly. Traveling should rejuvenate you, not leave you feeling drained and unwell. Now, let's discuss one of the most overlooked dangers of traveling after 70, the higher risk of falls and injuries. As we age, our balance, reflexes, and bone density naturally decline, making us more susceptible to accidents. What might seem like a minor stumble in your own home can turn into a serious injury while traveling, especially in an unfamiliar place. Falls can have devastating consequences for older adults. A single fall can result in broken bones, serious hospital stays, and even permanent mobility issues. Imagine what should have been a relaxing trip turning into a painful and costly ordeal. Travel environments often present unexpected hazards. Hotels, cruise ships, historic sites, and tourist attractions may have uneven floors, dimly lit staircases, or slippery surfaces that increase the risk of falls. Many destinations, especially in older cities or countries with limited infrastructure, may lack accessibility accommodations, making even simple activities, such as stepping onto a bus or walking on cobblestone streets, much more difficult. Seniors are especially vulnerable to falls when they're tired or stressed. Traveling can be physically demanding, with long days, irregular meal schedules, and disrupted sleep patterns. This can affect balance and coordination, making you more likely to trip or stumble. For seniors with joint pain or arthritis, walking long distances or standing for extended periods can cause swelling and discomfort, further increasing the risk of losing stability. Consider Linda, a 78-year-old woman who was in great shape for her age and had always dreamed of visiting Europe. However, when she arrived in Italy and started navigating the steep, uneven streets, she quickly realized it wasn't as easy as she thought. One evening, as she stepped off a curb in a dimly lit alley, she lost her balance and fell hard, breaking her hip. Linda had to cut her trip short and spent months in recovery after returning home. What was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime turned into an experience she wished she had never taken. To reduce the risk of falls, seniors should choose destinations with good accessibility, avoiding high-risk areas with uneven terrain. It's also essential to wear proper footwear. Comfortable, supportive shoes can make a huge difference. Using walking sticks or canes for additional support, staying well-rested, and recognizing personal limitations are key. It's important to keep in mind that no trip is worth sacrificing your long-term mobility or independence. The next risk we'll discuss is the financial burden that often comes with traveling after 70. Many seniors don't realize the extent of the financial risks until they find themselves facing unexpected costs. One of the most significant financial challenges is travel insurance and the lack of coverage in certain situations. Many seniors assume that their health insurance will cover medical expenses while traveling abroad, but this is often not the case. In fact, most health insurance plans don't cover international medical costs. Without the right travel insurance, seniors can be responsible for thousands of dollars in medical bills, even in countries where healthcare is more affordable. Emergency medical evacuations, such as being airlifted to the nearest hospital, can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Without proper travel insurance, seniors may find themselves stuck with enormous bills and no way to pay them. Beyond medical expenses, there's also the issue of trip cancellations. Seniors often book vacations months in advance, assuming their health will remain stable, only to face unexpected health issues or other circumstances that force them to cancel or postpone their plans. Unfortunately, many airlines, hotels, and cruise lines have strict no-refund policies for last-minute cancellations, which means seniors can lose thousands of dollars if they can't go on their trip. Furthermore, financial scams are a real concern for older travelers. Scammers often target seniors, taking advantage of their unfamiliarity with local customs and services. Whether it's overcharging for simple goods, offering fraudulent vacation deals, or stealing credit card information, the risks of financial exploitation are high. Consider George, a 76-year-old man who had saved up for a dream vacation. When he arrived at his destination, he discovered that the hotel he had booked didn't even exist. He had fallen for an online scam, and by the time he realized what had happened, his money was gone. He had to scramble to find a new place to stay, paying double what he had initially budgeted. To protect yourself financially, always check whether your health insurance covers international travel. If it doesn't, invest in comprehensive travel insurance that includes medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and lost baggage coverage. When booking your trip, use only reputable companies and avoid deals that seem too good to be true. Be extra cautious with your money while traveling. Don't carry large amounts of cash, and be mindful of who has access to your credit card information. Finally, be vigilant about scams and fraud, and don't trust strangers with personal financial details. After considering the health risks, the increased vulnerability to infections, fatigue, the higher risk of falls, and the potential financial pitfalls, you may be wondering if it's worth traveling after 70. The reality is that travel can still be enjoyable and enriching, but it requires careful planning, extra caution, and awareness. Seniors over 70 need to approach travel differently than they did in their younger years. Instead of long, exhausting flights, stressful tours, and risky destinations, it may be better to choose closer, safer options that put less strain on the body. Exploring local attractions, taking shorter trips, and focusing on destinations with easy access to medical care can make a big difference in safety and enjoyment. Travel should enhance life, not create new problems that linger long after the trip is over. If you or a loved one is considering travel after 70, take a moment to evaluate the potential challenges. Is your health stable enough for the trip? Do you have the right travel insurance? Have you chosen a destination that meets your needs and is accessible? These questions may not seem exciting to ask, but answering them honestly could prevent unnecessary stress and hardship. Ultimately, longevity isn't just about adding years to life. It's about ensuring that those years are lived with quality, independence, and peace of mind. If avoiding unnecessary travel means staying healthier and safer, then it's worth reconsidering the risks before booking that next flight. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. We value your thoughts and feedback. Your comments inspire us to continue creating content that informs and helps. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to continue providing valuable information to inspire and educate.